and finish strong by embracing your growth. What exactly is growth? I love to define things just so that I don't assume you know what it is. And if you know what it is, I remind you what it is. And we are all intelligent people here. But sometimes, you may be wondering what perspective that I'm coming from when I say growth, right? So when we talk about growth, when you think of growth, a plant may come to mind. And growth is anything that increase in size, in quantity, or importance, right? So it's so important that we can identify those things and those areas that we're growing. You could have grown in your skills. You could have grown in your mindset. You could have grown in your well-being. You could have grown in areas that are important to you for your job, for the work you do, right? You've grown in your abilities. You've grown. And the only way to understand and know that you have grown is to really do some reflection. So those are the three areas that I want to talk about this morning or today in embracing your growth and strong is number one, reflect on your progress. Reflect on your progress. And number two, stay present. And number three, push through your discomfort. How do I end strong, Shelia? By embracing my growth. I love questions. As a coach, I ask a lot of questions. So I love that question. You may not be asking it, but I'm asking it as if you were asking me, because I want to involve you into the dialogue. So first thing first, to reflect on your growth is saying that you're going to pause. You're going to set some time. It could be time as you walk or time in quietness, time in stillness. You may have a paper and pen. You're taking inventory. And you're looking over the last 11 months. And you're asking yourself, in what areas did I grow? What areas did I grow personally? What areas did I grow professionally? What areas did I grow in my health and wellness? What areas did I grow in my spirituality? How did I grow? Where did I grow? Because if you don't ask these questions and answer them, you're going to struggle to finish strong. And I want you to finish strong. Because when you finish strong, you recognize where you grew. You're celebrating those wins. It could be a big celebration or it could just be something simple where you're keeping it before you to remind you, I completed that, I accomplished that, I accomplished that. So I'm on the last few things. And if I did those, I can do the rest of it. So acknowledging your win and your progress in areas where you grow, it serves as wind beneath your wings to help you to keep going so that you can finish strong. And this part two of point number two is staying present. Remember, you can only take action in your present. You can't take action in tomorrow. You can't take action in yesterday. You can only do it in your now. It's in your now that you make a difference. So it is critical that while you're in your now, you don't overthink. You don't dwell on the mistakes, but you draw the lessons from the mistake to give you momentum to keep going so that you can finish strong. And number three, push past your discomfort. I don't know how many runners we have in this group, but I used to run. I used to do track, and I used to just run the quick one, the short one, the sprint. Long distance is not my thing. But even when you run, whether it's long distance or sprint, when you're almost at the end, you feel like, oh my God, you feel in the burning. You feel like you want to give up. Your head, your brain, everything is feeling like, oh. And it's so important that you hang in there in the area of your discomfort. Because it's in the discomfort where change happens. When you push through that discomfort, that's when you realize what's on the other side. That's when you can finish strong. That's when you know, why did I get into this situation in the first place? Why did I join this race? Why did I get into this relationship? Why did I say yes to this new role? Why did I take on a new project? Your why is what's going to come to mind in the place of discomfort. And if it doesn't, that's what should. That's what should come to mind. Because in you knowing your why, it helps you to finish strong. Remember, in order for you to finish strong, you've got to embrace your growth. You've got to come back to present, and you've got to remind yourself of your why. When you know your why, you can finish strong. Yesterday, I had the privilege of coaching one of my clients, and listen, man, I am really excited about coaching you guys. You guys are different. It's very different from the ladies in some ways. But this young gentleman, he is a SME. What a SME is, he's the top of his game. He's number one in his role in that particular industry. He's in sales. And he used to knock the ball out the park. He got accolades and acknowledged and recognition for being the star and the top performer. And here's the thing, guys. He took on a new role. As a matter of fact, he didn't take it on. It was given to him because they know his gifts. They know his talent. They know what he can do. They know based on what they've seen him do in the past. They've seen him turn things around. So they have a situation going on in the company, and he was connected with someone to partner and do this together. And the person's like, you're so good at this. Your track record shows you're really good. So I'm going to step aside and allow you to do it. And even though he is good at what he does in this new role, he's new to it. He's a 1 again. He's a student. So he was a 10 in his old role because he knew it like the back of his hand. He can do it in his sleep. But in this new role, he's a student. He has to do research. He has to figure it out. He's asking questions. He's raising his hand. He's getting overwhelmed, frustrated. He's trying to figure out, what is the expectation? What do I do? How do I get them the information by February? Whatever, so that he can kind of paint a picture as to the outcome or the possibilities of this project he's working on. He's frustrated. So I reminded him, okay, I get it. You are a student again. You're number 1. And number 1 could look like the number 11, where you're 10, your expertise is still there, but you're number 1 because you're the student. You're starting over. It's new. It's different. It's important that we understand in any relationship that we're in, any newness of anything, you're going to feel a little bit uncomfortable. It's important that we tap into the power of what's within us. So I had to remind him that the 10 is still within him. I'm like, what can you draw from the expertise of the 10 so that now that you're a 1 again, you're at the student level, you're at the research and building your foundation level, that you can pull in the expertise from that era into your now, so that you can lower your anxiety, so that you can lower your overwhelm, that you can lift up your well-being. He said, okay, coach, I can pause. I could do some breath exercise. I can do 20-20. I can do 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off. I can engage some other people that can help me. I said, okay, this is good. This is good. What else? What else? Go deeper. Because my goal is to get him to get out of frustration, get out of overwhelm, come back into present, and use his power in the present by drawing from things he can do now. It is so important that we come back to the present in order for us to finish strong. And his goal is to make sure he make all the people proud that gave him their vote of confidence that he can do this. Who's giving you vote of confidence? If you need strategies to overcome and to get through those tough places that you are in, it's important that you find those people. So in order for you to finish strong and embrace your growth as you finish strong, it's important that you spend some time reflecting on your progress. You come back to present, because present is where the action is done. And that's where you make a difference. And you stop overthinking. And you stop dwelling on mistakes. You stay present. You breathe and you stay present. And then you push past the discomfort because you know your why. My why is to add value to each and every one of you in every week, in every series, every topic that I bring, that you would walk away from this conversation with tools to put in your toolbox, or remind you of the tools you already have in your toolbox so that you can pull it out. I thank you so much for joining me here, and I hope to hear from you. Connect with me by talking back to me, by asking questions, commenting, and making sure that I'm aware that you're out there, because I believe in you and I know you believe in yourself, because I want you to end strong. You've got to embrace your growth. Identify where you have grown to this week, this month, this year. Have a great day, and God bless you.